Hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for yet another episode of our FIFA 17 career mode here with Hull City. Today, another 3 games coming up for you guys, and again, I do apologise for the fact the videos have been a little bit infrequent, but unfortunately uni sort of assignments are coming into play at the moment, so it's a little bit difficult to get this going at a very consistent basis. But I'll show you the games that we've got in today's episode. Last time out, of course, we saw Bayern Munich, and we won that game 3-1 in a pretty titanic Champions Cup game. Today, the first 2 games we've got are Southampton and Stoke in the EPL, and then we complete an all-domestic lineup in terms of games in this episode with a game at Liverpool. So the main story really from the last episode was the crucial injury to Vincent Colziello, who joins the likes of Leon Bailey and Paul George in Tep in terms of players who were recently injured. Thankfully, we do have Bailey back, and Tep isn't quite back from his injury yet, but of course Vincent Colziello now joins him on the sidelines, which means a big role in the club and the big role in the squad for this man, Albert Rusnak, in the coming months. It seems like you guys love Marvin Stefaniak just as much as I do, because you voted him as the player of the episode from the last video, which means he's going to play in every single game of today's episode. It was a pretty easy win, to be honest with you, for Stefaniak, which I was surprised about because there were so many good performers in that episode. The likes of Azmoun, the likes of Ndidi, the likes of Rusnak, I think, as well, was in the poll. But Stefaniak came out on top by quite some distance, so it's good to see that not only I like him, and he's got quite a cult following with you guys watching as well. Right, time for today's first game of the episode. We take on Southampton at the KC Stadium. Now, last time we played them at St Mary's Stadium, we thrashed them 5-1, as it so happens. I think it was our biggest win of the season so far domestically, so we're looking for a similar performance here in the reverse fixture. As you can see, Rusnak playing in that attacking mid-role due to the injury for Colziello. Omaruo and Wyland Cyprian are back into the squad, and Leon Bailey returns from his injury that he picked up 2 episodes ago. This is going to be, I don't really know what to expect from this game. I don't know whether to expect it to be as easy or as straightforward as it was in the reverse fixture, or whether to expect a response from Southampton. But I think the reason why we beat Southampton so convincingly last time was the fact that they had quite a weak squad going into that game. They're in a pretty weak position in the league as well at the moment, down in 17th place. We've also got the best home record in the league. Out of 12 games, we've only lost 1 and picked up 27 points of the 48 that we've accumulated so far. So, because they played a lot of youth academy players last time, and that is certainly not the case this time. The likes of Virgil van Dijk, Ryan Bertrand, as well as Angel Correa as well back into the side. Valkvist has done well to force him wide, but it's still in possession of Correa. Somehow he's gone past Omaruo. Can Omaruo get back at him? Deflected and saved by Mvogo. And this is what I'm saying. How is Angel Correa, who has a maximum of like 40 strength, like shoving Omaruo away? It's something I've noticed on this game since it came out. Like, the strength attribute is completely pointless. It just... Everyone bodies everyone. It just doesn't make any sense. But good save from Mvogo, not taking that away from him because it was deflected. That's into Azmoun. Oh, Rusnak making a run. Now it's Stefaniak. Right, Stefaniak, go on, finish this lad. Oh, good save from Forster. Not the greatest of finishes, to be honest with you, from the German. That's Bailey over on the right-hand side. Put a ball into the box. Nope, Van Dijk is there to block it again. Did Leon Bailey just go down injured? Oh my god, he did. He kicked the ball. Leon, what are you doing? How have you managed to injure yourself by putting a cross in? That's another winger injury now. So we are really down on numbers. And now back to Shea Adams. Here's Ndidi. That's Cyprian free. Cyprian, that's a lovely reverse ball to Stefaniak, who puts the ball wide. And the man who was player of the episode from the last video should have given us the lead. If the first chance was a good save from Forster, that is a bad miss. Now Jordi Klasi. Back to Klasi again, he's in on goal. Good save though from Mvogo. Valkvist will just about clear that away. Thankfully, good save from Mvogo. Probably his best save for the club so far. Ball in and another great save from Mvogo. Correa was offside, but our Swiss goalkeeper did not know that. And a bit of a scare there for us because we should really have the lead. So to have a chance like that against us is a bit of a worry. This is going over to Shea Adams, who could give us that lead, but a save again from Fraser Forster. And Shea Adams is denied his first goal, I think, for the club. I don't think he's scored for Hull City yet, although he's had limited appearances. Oh, there were people over on this left-hand side, but there were also people in the way. This is Ndidi going alone. Good effort. Dribbled past a few players there, Dion Yinye. Not the usual from the Nigerian holding midfielder. Not what we'd expect, really, from him. Oh, hello, this is issues. This is real issues. That's through to Correa. Can Mvogo get there? Fantastic save from Yvonne Mvogo. Valkvist is unable to head it clear. Oh, there were some real issues there. I knew as soon as it went through we were in trouble. But Mvogo has been wonderful in this game. Right, onto the head of Van Dijk and just over the bar. It's very difficult, this game, to judge at the moment. It's very to and fro. Is Cyprien going for a shot? It's blocked, but it's going to fall to Shea Adams, who goes for the effort. It's saved again by Forster. Back to Rusnak again. Southampton are so quick, though, to get bodies back. It's actually ridiculous. Now Mason in towards Rusnak. Please finish. Oh, for the love of God. It's another tame effort. It's an alright save. It's one-on-one, but it's a poor effort from Rusnak. Probably not helped by me. It was under his feet. I shouldn't have gone for the shot at that point, but I thought I was going to get tackled. Here comes Southampton with Jordi Clazy. That's through there to Charlie Austin. Goes for an effort, hits the post. Oh my word. Oh my word. A massive slice of luck in the final minute of the game. Somehow, this football match ends 0-0. I have no idea how. At least 4 huge chances for both sides. Certainly a game then that was dominated by the goalkeepers, which is of course why neither of them got above a 7.5 rating. In my opinion, it was between Fraser Forster and Yvonne Mvogo for man of the match, which is of course why the game gave it to Erhan Kaveci for Southampton. But Sardar Azmoun and Marvin Stefaniak then getting the best ratings for us, as well as Omaruo and Andrew Robertson too. So, Leon Bailey. We said, I think it was 2 episodes ago, that if the kid could keep up the form, if he could come back from his injury and keep up the form, then we'd be all blessed. He's come back 1 game later, he's torn his quadricep muscle and will be out for 3 months. So the poor kid can't catch a break. And honestly, that could be the end of his season. I mean, 3 months from now is the 24th of May. So the only game that he would physically come back for would be a potential Champions League or FA Cup final if we're at the FA Cup. A potential Champions League final. So unless he recovers earlier than that, that is probably his season over. Didn't quite realise it at the time, but stamina is going to be a massive issue for this game here against Stoke. Obviously, Stefaniak does have to play. Bailey can't physically play because he's injured, but apart from that, the likes of Cyprien, Rusnak and Azmoun are all looking pretty damn tired. Interesting squad then, going up against Stoke City for the second game of today's episode. Quite a few changes. Ofori, Mason, Snodgrass, Hernandez and Sonjust, as well as Odubajo, are all into the starting 11 due to fatigue issues and of course the injury to Leon Bailey. Rusnak and Stefaniak continue their place in the squad. Obviously Stefaniak has to play, as well as Valkvist and Keane, who aren't too badly fatigued in this game. Pretty snow at the end of February, I do believe. Pretty late in the day, or in the year, or in whatever, to be getting snow, but that's what we've got at the Britannia Stadium. It takes a cold, miserable night at the Britannia to a whole new level, really, doesn't it, when it's snowing, literally. But we're facing Stoke City at the Britannia for the second game of today's episode. Going into this one, we do have a 3-point lead as well at the top of the table, and double the goal difference of second placed Manchester City. Stoke City are 6th going into this game, so definitely not going to be an easy task. Hopefully the man on the screen there, Yvonne Mvogo, can be as good as he was in the last game. Once again, not exactly a mind-blowing start to a football match in this episode. First 26 minutes gone, no goals. Anyway, here's Rusnak. That's through to Ofori, who goes past the challenge brilliantly. He's got Stefaniak in support if he can find the reverse ball. He has done. Stefaniak's going to go all the way. It's blocked. It falls, though, to Hernandez, and that is 1-0. Abel Hernandez in the right place at the right time, and it's a typical Hernandez goal. He's done nothing whatsoever, but he finds himself in the right place and finds himself hitting the back of the net. Bad luck for Stoke, but good luck for us, and we take the lead here, 1-0. Thanks to a 38th goal of the series for Abel Hernandez. Here's Mason, that's Stefaniak. Oh, that could be a beautiful 1-2, it is. It's through to Stefaniak, who can almost get a second goal, but it's a great save by Jack Butland. That was a picture book 1-2 between Stefaniak and Hernandez. 1-0 then going in at the break here at a very cold and snowy Britannia Stadium. I think we're definitely good value for it, although we haven't really had many chances. The game hasn't been hit with many chances, to be honest with you. Half-time change then. Albert Rusnak is coming off because he's extremely tired, having played a game and a half in the space of 3 days. And yep, you saw that correctly. Dave Fraser is coming on to replace him. He can also play as an attacking mid, supposedly, so I'm going to put that to the test. Stefaniak's going to come short from this corner because, once again, it's impossible to actually score directly from them. Snodgrass into Odubajo, who got his head on it, but it was down into the ground and straight at Butland. Stoke City are going forward now with Ireland. And now Yosselu, who's gone past Sonjust. He's got a man in the middle if he can find him, but he can't. And Vogo is there again and looking very solid once more. Oh, good challenge from Odubajo, but the luck falls kindly to Ramadan Sobhi, who's got a man in the middle if he can find him. It's Stephen Ireland who's just come off the bench. And the angle wasn't really for him there. It's Abel Hernandez, and that was a decent effort. For a moment, I thought that was nestling in the top corner. Great little finesse effort from the Uruguayan striker. That is the end of the game. A 1-0 win is enough to take the 3 points and the victory here at the Britannia Stadium. And Vogo again doing a decent job in goal, doing all that was asked of him. Stoke City did have a few chances in the middle of that second half, but didn't get them on target really on a regular basis to challenge us. Thankfully, the goal from Abel Hernandez was enough in the end. Unsurprisingly, the match winner is the man of the match in that game, Abel Hernandez with an 8.2 rating. Good ratings, though, as well for Linus Valkvist, who got an 8.1, interestingly, and then Keane, Afori, and Odubajo. Fixture congestion is high at the moment, and I'm finding it difficult to rotate the squad without getting pretty poor results in terms of the usual, although this side going into the Liverpool game is pretty strong. However, we've got to keep in mind that we're playing Bayern Munich in the next game. Having said that, though, we've got a 3-1 lead over them going into that second leg, so I have taken a few liberties in terms of playing some pretty strong players, some pretty, high-rated players going into this one, but I have left a few out. It's really starting to get to the crunch point in the season now, because the games are getting ever more important, but also ever more frequent. We've had a situation now where I think we've got about 6 games in a row where the maximum gap between them is 3 days. So fatigue is a massive issue, and also rotating the squad is massively important. And the one thing really that has saved us is the fact that we do have that 3-1 lead over Bayern Munich. If we were going into that game behind on aggregate, then we'd be in serious issues, but thankfully we've got at least a 2-goal lead over them, so it means I can take a few more liberties going into this game and play a few more stronger players, as you can see by the side. Here comes Henderson, good effort, good save though from Mvogo. Was almost trying to make him shoot because the better option really was passing it inside. He could only go for the near post with the way we positioned Van Drongelen. Oh, that's a ball into the box. It's been not really dealt with, and oh my word. That is another insane goal by the AI. This time it's Axel Witsel. Well, again we've had the ball flicked over our head for, is that the second episode in a row? I mean, to be fair, this one's quite an annoying one, because this one, A, could have been stopped on the line by Robertson. The kid's just allowed it to hit him, and then it's gone in. And also, for some reason, again, I had that thing with the AI where unless you're controlling them, they can't physically run towards the ball. But it's a great finish, it's a great piece of skill from Witsel, but it could have been easily avoided. We are 1-0 down then, and that's unfortunate. The first goal we've conceded all episode as well, so Mvogo loses the opportunity to get 3 clean sheets in an episode. Here's Ndidi, now to Azmoun, now to Ntep, who can turn past his man, Paul-Georges Ntep, to equalise! What a save, though, from Loris Karius. My voice died halfway through that, but that is an amazing save off the knee. Here comes Cyprien running in. He's got some space, it's over towards Azmoun, now over towards Paul-Georges Ntep. But the shot is weak again, it's something we've seen from Ntep on a regular basis, really. Robertson's allowed Mane to go past him too easily. He has managed to stop him in the end, though. It's back out, though, to Mane, who's got some men in the middle. It's Divock Origi, and it's 2-0. It's just too simple. Robertson just not dealing with Mane whatsoever down the right-hand side, and Liverpool double their lead in this game. It's annoying. We've had some chances as well in this one, and Tep's had 2, and now we find ourselves 2 down. That's Livermore out wide, then to Paul-Georges Ntep. He's got some company, but he can breeze past them. That's a ball into the box, but he's been taken down. And it's a striker's challenge, truly, from Divock Origi. Completely unnecessary from the Belgian. It's a stupid penalty to give away. Divock Origi goes from hero to potentially 0 if we can dispatch this. Having scored Liverpool's second, it is probably the most stupid penalty I've ever seen given away in terms of decision-making on this game or in this series. Abel Hernandez isn't on the pitch, so it's going to be tasked to Sardar Azmoun to put the ball into the back of the net. Can he do so? No, he can't. I didn't have the arrow, and that was a glorious chance. I didn't think I was aiming that far, actually, to the right-hand side. I suppose it shows when you've not got the arrow, it's very unpredictable, is the penalty system, which is quite annoying. But for some reason, we didn't have the arrow, and due to that, we've put the ball wide. So, very poor penalty from myself. With Sardar Azmoun, we're going to have to do it the hard way if we're going to get back into this game. Here comes Paul-Georges Ntep cutting inside, and again, a woeful finish from the Frenchman. How many times have we seen this in this series? He's got pace, he's got dribbling ability, he's got creativity, but as soon as you put him in front of goal, He crumbles at the seams. He can't finish to save his life at the moment. And now Liverpool are coming forward again with Moreno. Van Drongelen with a questionable clearance only as far as Stewart. Only to Witsel, now to Divock Origi. And that could have been 3. That's a ball over towards Mane. It's a wonderful ball as well. The dink coming in. Oh my word. Really, guys? I mean, it's what can I do? Guys, you're going to have to just sympathise with me here. I mean, what can I do under these circumstances? I mean, there's just... You've got to understand that at this point, I'm working with broken tools at this point. I'm working with broken tools. And the thing is, as well, we've actually had chances. It's not even as if we haven't made chances. We've just absolutely crumbled whenever we've had any. Oh, Robertson. Robertson's actually getting dropped. Robertson's getting dropped. I can't be bothered. Robertson's fully getting dropped. This is the second time, I think, in 2 episodes he's thought that tackling one of his own players is a good idea. That is the end of the game, and I never want to talk about it again. I could have done better. Asmoon could have scored the penalty, and you never know what could have happened, but that was the one shining light in the game, was us winning the penalty, and we shouldn't have even won the penalty in the first place. It was the stupidest penalty there's ever been. Our best player apparently was Untep, but that is not true at all. Cyprian got a 7.6. I guess he was alright, so yeah, I'll allow that. Odubajo wasn't too bad on the right-hand side either. There's a window right in front of me. I'm genuinely thinking of utilising it. Sardar Azmoun has suffered a sprained ankle. Guess what? He's out for 3 weeks. You wouldn't have seen it coming. So going into the Bayern Munich game, we're now in horrendous form, and we're without Sardar Azmoun, Vincent Kozielo, and Leon Bailey. Why does it always seem to be the most important players that we lose? Right, so before I chuck my television through a window, here is how the table is looking at the end of the episode. In fairness, we do still have a 2-point lead at the end of this episode, despite an absolutely horrendous performance there against Liverpool. 2 points clear over City, but United have got a game in hand, and if they win that, they could go level with us on points. In the background, you can now see the Hall of Fame. Abel Hernandez adding to his goal tally with a total of 1. Obviously, Kozielo not going to add to his assist tally because he's out, injured for quite some time. Also, now you can see in the top right of the screen there is a poll for Player of the Episode for today. Don't think there'll be any contenders based off the performance against Liverpool, but we did play pretty well against Southampton and Stoke. They all begin with S and they all wear red and white stripes. Nevertheless, that is basically the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, then of course feel free to smash the likes button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel as well for content like this, being whole career, and of course tips videos and some other things that I'm starting to introduce to the channel. I want to say also a massive thank you for 25,000 subscribers. I would have mentioned it at the start of the video, but I don't want to seem as if I'm milking it particularly, because I always seem to like post on social media when I hit a milestone. But genuinely, thank you all. Genuinely, it's amazing to see comments and people just joining the channel and subscribing and liking videos. It means a lot to me. So to hit a number like that, and when you think about 25,000 people as a collective, not just like a number, 25,000, it's very easy to think of a subscriber count as a number, but in terms of thinking of 25,000 people collected together, that is insane. Like, that's beyond comprehensibility for someone like me, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you all so much for 25,000 subscribers. It's an awesome achievement. Nevertheless, though, it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.